Hi Anu, Daphne here again. How are you? Thank you for doing such lovely corrections. You've really worked hard here. Um, and you've written a very interesting essay. Um, I've enjoyed reading this, and I have to say it's one of the most, interesting essays I've read because on this one, because a lot of people just talk about WhatsApp and Facebook, and we use that so we're all social. Now, careful of the title. It's not special, it's social, which I think you do know. I think maybe you just copied it down wrong, but it's social because you have talked about that. To what extent has technology made man more social? But just be a little bit careful in this second paragraph because I'm not sure if you're absolutely talking about technology, which is kind of quite important. But let's go through this. Experts throughout the developing and developed world have debated. Oops, hang on. Sorry, I didn't spot that. So go to double there. Have debated the. You can't debate on. You debate about, or you just literally debate the effects of technology on man. I believe the advent of computers, televisions, and the internet has. Now we have to have always. This is the case always. The internet has considerably improved communication in our society. Good. Uh, I'd like your opinion in here. Oh, you've got it. Sorry. This essay will discuss both sides using examples. Okay, lovely. Good intro. Great. Firstly, it's generally agreed that people may have communicated better in the past without electronic gadgets. So, okay, has it made us more sociable? Okay. I mean, okay, let's go. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, cities had scheduled festivals such as art, music, and cultural events, which allowed them. I don't think you need had. You could have, I know. You could have used to schedule. Used to schedule. Do you remember used to, which we use for things that used to happen in the past, which may not happen now? Used to schedule, which allowed them to socialise and preserve several community heritages. Secondly, the use of other methods of transferring information like birth, I love this, may have encouraged communal living. Okay, this is absolutely lovely and I really like it, but you need to convince me that it's talking about technology. It's not saying has technology yes or no, it's saying to what extent has it. So basically, it's assuming yes, it has, but to what extent? So, and I don't think you can argue that birds are technology. But let's carry on. We don't say a recent research, we say recent research by the UK government demonstrated that over 60% of localities that carried out traditional security communities. Yes. What do you mean by? I couldn't work out what you mean by security communities. Experience less violence when compared to areas that depended on telecommunications to protect themselves. Okay, so what then is a traditional security communities? You need to say to me such as da da da. Tell me what you mean by that, and then you might be okay. Must not be forgotten that although these older modes of interactions have their limitations, most definitely improve relations among humans. Good. Okay. You need to have social relations among humans. Okay. May have socialized better without machines. Okay, right, that is your point, and that's what connects it back to here. Okay. Do you know what? I mean, let's leave it. I'm only kind of being really sort of um not critical. It's not critical because I think it's amazing. I'm just questioning. Just be a little bit careful. I think what I'm saying is going a little bit, possibly a bit away from this. Yeah, it's assuming the assumption is technology has made man more social. So do you agree or disagree? But the assumption is yes. So you could, you're having to say, you're saying yes, there are other ways of being social. Basically, you're saying it's not just technology, which is okay, but maybe just make it clear. This bit maybe needs to be a bit clearer. Okay. But basically, I really like it. Sorry, I'm kind of going around in circles. Basically, I really, really like it. It's different and it's clever. Yeah. In contrast, ASD, in contrast, although a case for the use of carnival dancing for mixing amongst communities, I don't think you need that because I think that really isn't relevant. Um, so, although there's a case for socializing um, without technology, just keep it as simple as that. The impact of communication through technology cannot be overstated. Let's get this back onto the point. This is largely because scientists, physicists, and technologists are known to have encouraged, what's a technologist? I'd say computer experts are known to have encouraged technical innovations, which in turn have resulted in drastic changes in the mode of communication. Okay, mode, methods, and trends. So I quite like using 3 words instead of 1 because it's just showing the examiner you've got a great vocabulary. Communication presently around the globe. Good. For example, so now we're on topic. For example, now you can't have a recent. You just have recent, so that can go. Extensive studies by China Technology demonstrated that over 90% of platform users, social platforms, yep, social platform and Instagram users, you don't want platform. Yes, it's just that you've got the example here. You've got the such as, which is great, but then I know that 90% of users, let's put users here, of, then you can have it. Yeah. Communicated often, communicated often, I would say frequently, especially on matters that affected their personal lives, better than people who had never had access. Yes, good. Rather than better than, I'd say compared to. I think that's fine, but I think it might be better to say compared to. Okay. Consistent with this line of thinking is the increase in friendships, S, that have grown among couples from contacting each other at their place of work. Contacting each other now, okay, online, yeah, at their place of work. Thus, it's possible to state beyond doubt that the doubt no S there, that the presence of electronic gadgets has, so the present singular has. Because when you're doing this, it's the first part. This is a long subject, but it's the first part of the subject that determines the verb, not this bit. So the presence is singular, although electronic gadgets is plural. So the presence has been shown to have tremendously upgraded interrelationships among men. Okay, I would say maybe work colleagues, just to kind of keep the connection that you've just made about work. Okay, keep that a bit kind of more connected. In conclusion, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that technological equipment has undoubtedly helped globalization. I think you should need to say helped keep people in contact despite something like that, okay? Because it's this whole idea of making us social and in contact with each other. If this continues to improve, it is predicted that social activities will continue to flourish. Yes, that our demand for social activities will continue to flourish. Okay, good. I see where you're going. Okay, I see where you're going. You're talking about social in general, hence you're talking about your festivals and everything. I think really this essay is actually about how we talk to each other online. So is it better to be chatting on WhatsApp and have 100 friends on, no, 1,000 friends on Facebook? Is that better? Or is it better to meet and have a cup of coffee with 3 people and really talk to them? I think actually that is really what this essay is fundamentally about. But having said that, I love your essay. I think it's really, really special. Sorry, this is very long. Quick. You're going to be getting bored. You've received a letter from Albion asking why you were ill. Okay, dear sir, madam. Let me check the ending you've got here. Yours faithfully, absolutely perfect. Good. I hope this letter finds you well. Full stop. I'm writing in respect to my non-appearance. Okay, my absence from. I know absence is in the question, but you just have to say it. Absence from the French exams, which have just concluded at the end of May. I apologise for my non-attendance. Okay, all right, you can have it there, but non-attendance at the exam. This was because I was terribly ill and was placed on bed rest with my doctor at the General Hospital here in Albion. I was diagnosed, oh my goodness, I was diagnosed as having a malaria attack, which induced a flu and an acute fever. Very good. This, who you are, should come before the other one. Yep, this should come up to here. Okay? Because that's more logical. Like, who are you? Okay, this is who I am, and I'm really sorry. This is the problem. With respect to my evidence, which I ought to have sent very good as proof of not sitting in for my assessment, keep going. You just need a comma there. Yeah, I had misplaced it. I'd misplaced it at the health centre while I was admitted, even though in my subconscious state, I thought I'd left it safe in my school bag. Okay. This is all perfect. I'd be grateful if you could consider rescheduling the paper at a time that'd be convenient for your team. Absolutely perfect. Wow. Really, really good stuff here. You're writing so well. I've enjoyed marking these. Lovely. Keep going. More and more, please. Well done. Thank you.